Hello. Hi, I'm Juras Yahya from OSPROV. We develop cool online submission approval system, a handy software to help automate your process workflow. Okay, let's go back to our tutorial today. So yesterday, before we go, let me just recap on what happened yesterday. Yesterday we learned about variables. So I show about what's the purpose of having a variables, and also variables in variables, where you can assign a dynamic name to the variables. Okay, that's one thing. So today, what are we going to learn? Okay, we're going to learn the basics of programming, in where the most important thing in programming is that you need to have logical statements, meaning that we need to have a sort of what we call flow, meaning that it's like a conditional, macam syarat lah. Maknanya if something happens, what are we going to do? If not, or else, the keyword that they use is else. What are the things that is going to be executed? So that's one case. Okay, so right, let's wait for a few more people to come in, so that they don't miss on this tutorial. Okay. Okay, in the meantime, please like, share this stream, so that a lot of people will benefit from it. Okay, alright. So let's move on. Okay, so what is the if statement? Okay, let me open my whiteboard first. Okay, we can have, for example, a logic here. Okay, let me choose the first. Okay, the basis of if statement is like this. If, okay, you have a condition, so this is what we call condition. Okay, and then we took else. This one is another condition. So this is here you will do some execution inside here. Right. So what happens in the programming? So it will follow the logic. Will start from here. Okay, and then it will run this line. If, okay, if this condition here is true, it will execute whatever inside here. If not, it will run the rest. Okay, you have a few other option here. Okay, you might also have, for example, okay, let me just erase this first. Afiro, thank you for liking. Right, hold on, else. Okay, let me just do this one. Okay, you can also put another condition here. Else if, and then of course you can also have else here. So what happens now? If this condition is true, it will execute here. If not, then it will check whether the next condition here is true, then it will execute here, or else it will execute here. So let's look at our program and see how we can establish this. Okay, oh sorry, tak nampak code. Okay. Ya, lupa. Okay, Yeah, so it's something like this. You have the if statement, if condition true, and then else if another condition, and else another condition, another statement here. So if we run this first, if this true, it will run this statement. If not, it will run this statement. Otherwise, it will run the next one. Okay. So let's look at the codes. Okay, this is what we learned yesterday. So let me remove this one. Or maybe, yeah, maybe we can use this one. But not this variable in variable. Hi Zamanaza, thank you for liking the stream. Okay, let's take one example. Okay, if, okay, this is where we start to do our condition. If string my var. Okay, we need to put a condition. So in this case, this is equals. We want to check for equality. So if my var is equal to ospprov, okay, then we will print this is true. Else, going to print no, not ospprov. Okay. Okay, this is an example. So let's try. Let's run. Let me open my console. Okay. Okay, see. So you can see that this condition has become true because we have the if statement here. From my var equals to ospprov, so this is true. What happens is that if I change this variable to osprov, for example, and run, okay, so now it shows that this is not osprov. Okay, so yeah, let's test the other one. Okay, let's test for the other condition that we have. My var equals to osprova. Okay. Okay. Osprova. This is osprova. So let's run. Okay, so it execute this one. This is being executed. Yeah. Okay, so it checks for the condition here, and then if it's true, then it will print here. If not, it will go here. Otherwise, it will go to the third one. So let's try. Let's say I put OSPROV. Let's run. Yeah, so now this part is being executed. Okay. Okay, so this is one way of doing condition. Okay, of course, you can also do. Okay, let me just comment this out first. Okay, that's a handy thing on how you can comment where you where the statement won't be executed, but this won't be executed, but you can put like comments to make this code more readable. Okay, you can also do like this. Prof, and you can just without the braces, you can just type this one. It will also have the same effect. Hi Azizo, thank you for liking the stream. Today we're going to learn about the if statement. Okay, print this is OSPROV. No, not OSPROV. Okay, so you can see that we don't put the braces, but still the result will still be the same. Yeah, not OSPROV. But okay, if you do like this one is not good practice because your code is not that readable. Because, for example, let's say I put a statement here, if string my var is equal to osprov osprov also. Okay, osprov b, let's say this. Okay, what will happen is, okay, let's say we run this. Okay, this is osprov b. Okay, what happened is that this logic we first run this one, so this is really going to be the first one being executed. Okay, and then it will start to look at this. It will run this one. If this is true, then it will run here, and it won't execute this. It won't execute this line and also this line. Even though if you actually want to do something like this, you want to execute here, and then okay, you want the logic to be something like this. But if you don't put the braces, what happens is the way it execute won't be predictable lah. So that's the problem lah. And your code will become not as per intended behavior. So please be careful on the braces lah. So usually I won't use this kind of writing codes. Usually I will just use this one. This one is more readable. And can ensure that your code won't have unexpected behavior, because this one is very explicit, meaning that this is the scope of this if statement. It will execute just this one, and then after that, for this execution, it will execute this one. Okay, let me just show another variant of the if statement. Okay, this one is a shortcut lah. If you have like you want to make your code very concise, okay, you can use something like this ah. This one is especially for variable assignment. Okay, let's say I do something like this. Text equals. So I can just, the shortcut is I can use something like this. String my var equals to osprov. Then I can just do something like this. This is true. No, not osprov. Okay, let's run and see. Yeah, still the same. Okay, this is especially useful if you want button star tak ada. No, ni bukan game. Kalau game stream ada star, ni tak ada. Okay, so you can see that okay, you have the same effect like conditional kind of if statement, but without the if statement. This is what we call the ternary operation. Itu nama fancy lah. The fancy name is ternary. But actually what it does here is, okay, just check for this condition. Okay, ni dia punya hi Hamira, thank you for sharing the stream. Okay, and then it will just explain here like this. If this condition is true, I execute this one. If not, I will execute this one. And then after all this, I will assign it back to this variable. So usually we use this ternary operation inside a variable assignment. So to make it concise, of course you can do something like this. The long way is like this. If string myvar equals to ospprov, you can do something like this. Text equal, this is true, else string text equals to no, not ospprov. But you can see that it's quite long, right? Here you will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, whereas this one just one line. So this is to reduce your number of codes. Okay, and then another one is we also have the switch. Instead of using like this mechanism, we can also have a switch case. So let's look at the syntax for the switch case. Okay, let's see. Okay, we can use this, the official manual. Okay, this is the official manual. So if you have you want to refer anything to PHP, you can go to this manual page. Okay, so let's just check here. Okay, switch I K0. Okay, something like this. Okay, let's translate this one into a switch case. Okay, switch, the variable that we want to check, we want to inspect. Okay, is string myvar. And then okay, they use the case. So okay, case ospprov print this is true. And then okay, please remember the word break here. If not, it will assume that it's going to execute the next line. So put a break. Case ospprov. Okay, print this is ospprov. And then of course the word break. Okay, and then for the else one, we can just put a default. I think they use default, right? Case, let me check whether they have a default keyword. Default, yeah, default. Okay, so default, just print no, not ospprov. Okay, so let's test our switch statement. Yeah, no, not ospprov. This is true. Okay. Okay, when do you use if statement and when do you use the switch case? Depends on you. Of course, you can change this if, the switch. You can also do the like if something and then else if, and then you do more. As if, of course, condition, don't forget the condition. It's going to be really long lah. So I think when you have more than the rule of thumb you can take, if you have more than 2 values that you want to evaluate, like here ospprov and osprova, if more than 2, then you start to use switch. It makes the code more readable. So let's say I have another one here, I can just chain it here. Case ospprov b, print this is ospprov b. Okay, if not, you have to do a lot of else if. So here it makes the code more readable. You do not have to repeat yourself. Like here you have to put myvar is equal to something. Here you don't have to put the equal sign under here lah. So this is a use case for switch. So makes the code more readable and much nicer. Okay, so alright, let's try run it. Yeah, this is ospprov. Okay, so yeah, you have all these. You have switch, you have the if statement. So I also teach you on the ternary. Ternary is like this. Okay, ternary, of course, for true. Okay, this is useful in in such scenario lah, when you want to do a variable assignment. So you use this when you want to assign variable. Okay, and then yeah, this one when evaluating more than one values, more than two values. Okay, otherwise you use the normal if statement lah. Okay, yeah, this is about the if statement, the ternary, and also the switch. But what about the condition itself? Okay, you can use a few logic. Okay, let me just check. Let me do some comparison. Okay, let's do that one. So if you want to check, let's say you have another variable, b equals to apple, for example. Okay, if you want to check for both condition, if string my var equals to osprovb, and then you want to check that both must be osprovb and apple, you can use the word, you can use this symbol. This one is similar to and, so you can use both if you want. But I prefer to use this one because this one, there's a difference in the which one is executed first. So this takes precedence as compared to this one. Okay, let's check. String b equals to. Okay, when testing for equality, you need to put these 3 lines. If you just put one, then this one is a variable assignment. This one is something like this. So if you check that sometimes your code doesn't work, maybe you just put one here. So remember, this is the most common mistake that people sometimes do when programming. Okay, do apple. Okay, let's check. Both are osprovb and apple. Okay, let's try. Yeah, both are osprovb and apple. Else, both condition not met. Both are osprovb and apple. Okay, so let's do, okay, let me just do one more. Else if, I'm going to try for another one. Okay, I'm testing for all condition, or meaning that either one should be okay. Osprovb. Okay, to use all, you use this one, 2 pipes. String b apple. So if either one meets the condition, then this will be executed. Okay. Okay, let's try first. Running, so should be the same. Both are osprovb. Okay, let's say I change this to something else. Oranges. Yeah, so either are osprovb or apple. So in this case, it's osprovb, but it's not apple. It's oranges. So this second statement is being executed. If both are not met, both condition not met. Okay, so alright guys, do you have any question before I end this tutorial? Any question about the if statement or condition or anything? Okay, alright. So if no question, I guess that's it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you when I see you, which is tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to learn another topic. So that's all for now. Bye bye. Okay, bye bye. See you tomorrow.